If you're like me and you grew up watching lots of sports, I think you will agree that when you're a kid, grown men in tracksuits looks pretty cool. You idolized, your favorite sports people, David Beckham, Michael Jordan. Oftentimes, like the training tracksuit or kind of like the traveling tracksuit that was branded with the team colors that often look cooler than the actual kind of like game day look, in my opinion. And so you have that in your mind. You've also got some kind of cultural artifacts in your mind where people look cool in movies wearing tracksuits and things like that. So I was definitely the type of child where it's like, when I grow up, I'm gonna be a tracksuit guy. Um, but you reach a point when you become an adult and you realize, fucking hell, generally only total fucking slobs wear tracksuits. And it's a shame, really, because you have these ideas in your head of all the different tracksuits you're going to buy. And, I think that maybe this is something that when I say can grown men wear tracksuits, I'm really talking about dudes who are over the age of 30. In your 20s, I think you should fuck around with crazy looks because you can get away with it. There was a very pertinent bit of commentary shared on the Red Scare subreddit. They were quoting some designer, some rake thin, once heroin addicted California homosexual who's made millions of dollars designing and selling clothes when he said the best thing you can do in terms of looks maxing or like fashion maxing is just get skinnier and hotter. And it's fucking true. The Patrick Bateman thing where it's like you can always be skinnier, be I can't remember the actual quote, but you can always look better, be skinnier. Nothing tastes like skinny, says Kate Moss. So anyway, in your 20s, let's assume that you've got somewhat of a metabolism and you're not on fentanyl every day. You're probably looking pretty good and you can get away with wearing tracksuits. When you hit the age of 30 and beyond, it's a different game, folks. And yeah, you'll notice slobs wearing absolute fucking tracksuits. So here we go. Here's some rules when it comes to scratching the itch that you probably developed in your childhood, if you're anything like me, of how do you get away with it. Number one, yeah, be fucking hot as shit. If you are in amazing shape in your 30s and beyond, I don't care if the fashion is to be wearing Billie Eilish tents at the moment, where every fucking movement you need a council permit to kind of like go down your hall. If that's the case, doesn't really matter. If you're in really good fucking shape, you can wear a matching top and bottom tracksuit to show off your fine figure. You can get away with it. So that's the one rule. Um, Also, obviously, if you're in entertainment, if you're a rapper or a fucking musician or a actor, they can get away with it as well because they have the added benefit of being like, oh, mate, even if it does kind of look a little bit like shit or doesn't suit the environment that you're in, they can get it. They can have the excuse of like, oh, they're probably coming from set or they've just shot a music video or they're going on stage soon. The average man age 30 plus doesn't have that excuse. You're probably just going to pick up the kids or go pick up some Chick-fil-A or some shit. So yeah, they're the rules. Got to be in extremely good shape. Um, or you have to have some type of notoriety where you can kind of blame wearing a tracksuit on some contextual reason why you need to do it. And therefore you can kind of push the boundaries of when you can be wearing one. I guess the other thing, and here's what I do. Here's what I do. I have tracksuit tops and bottoms, and I wear You know what? I never wear my Adidas bottoms with like a regular top. Also exercising. You can wear a tracksuit if you're exercising. In fact, if you wear a matching tracksuit when you're exercising, I don't care what size you are. That often takes balls because you kind of like you're drawing attention to yourself. It's kind of like a lot of kind of leisure wear these days. It can kind of like double as smart casual shit, which I think is a cop out. I think if you're exercising, it should be kind of like sport, loud colors, branded. I'm exercising. So rather than just trying to blend in and be like, oh, you caught me jogging, I'm off to go get a latte. Fuck that Diet Coke shit. Wear your tracksuit top and bottom. It'll put more pressure on yourself to actually work out properly if you're in public, as opposed to kind of like Lululemon just blend in like the amorphous blob that is mainstream culture. Fuck that. Wear a tracksuit if you're exercising. You can get away with a pair of jeans, pair of kind of like canvas shoes, and a tracksuit on top. That's my kind of like crouching Gopnik, um, Chav light look that I try and rock. And I will continue to rock until I hit age 40. I think at that point you start looking too much kind of like a speed dealer. And you either have to start pushing the hard stuff on the kids or give up the jeans and tracksuit top combo. So hopefully I've made some sense here, folks. These are all important things. You know, it can't always be politics and important social dynamics. Sometimes you got to drill down in terms of what we're wearing, what we're thinking, what we're doing. All right, be cool out there, man.